Hey everybody, what's up? I am Jordan Anderson, and this is Real Talk, brought to you by Talking Movies Online. Now, as you can probably see from my setting or whatever, this is not exactly going to be the most highly produced show right now. This is a new experiment for me, something I've been wanting to do in some form or another for a long time, and this is it. So, what is this show called? This is called Real Talk. Real Talk is a show that's going to be all about movies, of course. That's going to be me, Jordan Anderson, talking all about just my thoughts in the world of movies. So I'll be talking about the latest updates, news, movie-related news, latest movies I've watched, maybe some stuff in TV occasionally, new rumors, a lot of different stuff, all movie-related. But basically, I just wanted this to be a weekly show I can bring you guys. I'll just kind of give you an update on what's going on with the website, things I have coming up, and then just, giving you more of a personal insight to me. Welcome to Real Talk. Really happy to have you guys watching. This will be a weekly series. I'm gonna be having these episodes, I think, be posted on Friday. Every Friday, that's gonna be the plan. What time exactly they'll be posted, I can't say I have that for sure right now, but bank on the afternoon. Anyways, I'm just gonna dive right in and let's just get started. Before I do though, the location of these videos is gonna be changing every now and then. So I might be out and about, I might be at my home, who knows where I'll be at. Point is, I will find the time to give you all the updates that you want to know about and just entertain you as best I can. Okay, anyways, I have some notes written down. I'm gonna be glancing down like this. Every once in a while. So let's just go ahead and dive into what I think is the latest interesting stuff. Okay, first up, pretty big bombshell that got dropped by Warner Brothers and Ben Affleck is that Ben Affleck has officially confirmed to everybody that he is leaving as a director anyway towards the untitled solo Batman film that I believe was supposed to be coming out in 2018. I want to say. I know a lot of people I've seen on the internet, they're freaking out. DC's already been in the world of shit. Suicide Squad did not perform for them well. Man of Steel, it's kind of was like sort of their first entry point. I didn't hate it, but it certainly didn't really get me too excited for the future going forward. Batman v Superman certainly didn't. I thought that was by far their biggest misstep. Suicide Squad, it's a mess, but it's at least an entertaining mess. Batman v Superman was just a clusterfuck. If I can't really think of any other words to describe it. What do I think of Ben Affleck leaving? It's not good. I definitely don't think it's good, but I think I have my theories as to why it might be happening. The first one is, Live by Night, his latest directorial slash writing effort that came out in limited release in December, wide release a couple weeks ago in January. Totally underperformed at the box office, did not get the award buzz it was looking for, and lost a lot of money. I think it might have had something to do with it, but at the same time, the DC vehicle is moving forward nonstop. Ben Affleck has done well for Warner Brothers in the past, so I can't exactly think that that's going to be the entire reason for his departure. What I'm thinking is the reason for his departure is he's kind of dropped a couple hints in the press about creative differences with Warner Brothers. You hear a lot of terms of too many cooks in the kitchen when Warner Brothers and DC comes up. Certainly seemed apparent in Batman v Superman, so if it's more of that, I can understand why he'd want to leave as director. He'll still be Batman. He was actually one of the better parts of the Batman v Superman movie. He'll be Batman, but he's not going to direct. I'm not really that upset about it. I like Ben Affleck's movies fine. The Town, I still think is his best movie. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But now, I don't know. A lot of stuff's been happening with DC. The Flash lost another director, and writers have been dropping out of that left and right. They really haven't been able to get their footing right with this universe that they're trying to do. They're trying to do what Marvel's been doing, but they're failing. And I think it's kind of unfair because a lot of this is going to be writing on the new Wonder Woman movie that comes out in June. Is it June? I don't know. Sometime this summer, the Wonder Woman movie comes out, and it's all on that. Though that's not entirely true either, because everyone kept saying, "Oh, it's all on the Suicide Squad movie," or "It's all on BVS." And while those were not the success that people wanted it to be, DC's still moving forward whether we want it to or not. These movies make money. That's why it's happening. So even if Wonder Woman is a big misstep, I feel like it could still do something, or DC could maybe somehow figure this out. Who would I want to direct the new Batman movie? I mean, God, there's a lot of different options that you can think of. I think we want. I mean, it's tough because you don't want to go too Christopher Nolan with it because then it's just going to be compared to like The Dark Knight and everyone, and you know they don't want that. They want to do. We want to see something different. And I think the elements of Batman that were shown in BVS were good, and they were a little bit more, I don't know, kind of more to the comic with just the gadgets and the detective aspect of Bruce Wayne. I think we want to see more of that. So, I don't know. At this point, it's either one of two directions. They're going to have to, A, just get like, you know, kind of do what Marvel's been doing, take from their template, find some kind of new hotshot director that made like maybe some little like low budget movie that like, you know, won all the awards at Sundance, grab them, give them this big chance and see what they can do with it and put their original spin on it. Or you grab a director like a big one, like a David Fincher or oh god, I'm crapping the bed on this. Or you know, even like a J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams is already like the universe restart master. He did it for Star Wars and Star Trek. He's pretty good at that. So, but my point is, you either got to go with a low name or a director that doesn't really have much recognition, but has, you know, done something with his original creativity in a smaller project. Grab him, throw him this movie, let him off the chain, just let him go crazy. Or you grab someone that will maybe be a more sure box office success. Grab him, really, I don't know. They got to do something to right this ship right because so far, I don't even care about DC. I really don't. I like a lot of their heroes, but I don't really care that much right now. They are just really kind of hit and miss for me. Fuck it. Marvel's doing it better right now. I'm with them. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Next thing right now is about Mr. James Cameron. I love James Cameron. He is one of my favorite directors. Criminally underseen and underrated by just the mass audience. I'm not going to say by critics because I think critics liked it, but The Abyss. If you haven't seen The Abyss, check it out. But anyways, I'm getting off subject. James Cameron has announced that he has finally finished all his Avatar scripts, which I believe it's up to 5. So we already have Avatar 1, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how the release schedule of that's going to work, but I know he's supposed to be shooting them all back to back. But point is, he is done with the scripts. Shooting is supposed to be beginning this August. What are my thoughts on that? It's awesome. It's James Cameron. I'm not going to say that Avatar is some high science, like, oh, like it's like some like genre bending defining movie that has like these big philosophical ideas and it's like a game changer for stories and movies. It's not that. But technologically speaking, Avatar changed the game for movies and is still a big. It is a. What is the word I'm looking for? A blah 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 blah. It is an example that was set by movies. I mean, like it changed a lot. And James Cameron, I don't care. He can take as long as he wants. When he's not exploring the Mariana Trench or you know doing stuff with books or whatever the hell else he's doing. When he takes his time, he delivers. I mean, you look at the track record for most any other director out there right now, Cameron, while his filming may be like sporadic on how he does his stuff, I can't really say he's had much of a misstep, and that's pretty damn rare, especially for a director of his caliber and how much money he's made at the box office, which is billions. And the fact that it is going to be, you know, a few more Avatar movies, I'm cool with that. I mean, like, I loved a lot of the stuff that he did. Like, there's so much imagination that went into creating Pandora, the Na'vi, the struggle between the Na'vi and the humans, just the machines, the space travel, all of it. If James Cameron wants to stick in that world and tell more stories with it and have it all, you know, hopefully be like one consistent through line of a narrative, do it. It's James Cameron. I trust the guy. Now, I do think it'd be nice if he has some help on writing the scripts, just because I'm not going to say, as much as I like Cameron, he's not the strongest writer. I don't know if he's been having help on this, but, you know, I trust the guy. He's wowed me with his movies. Avatar certainly wowed me. I went into theaters multiple times to see that thing. It's great. So, I'm cool with it. It starts in August. I'm excited to see what he's doing with it, and I just hope it comes out soon. because as much as I love James Cameron, he's pushing up there in age, and he's not going to be able to be doing these kinds of movies forever unless he turns out to be like a Clint Eastwood that can direct till he's literally in the ground. God, that sounds so immoral to say, but it's true. I'm going to be talking about the most recent movies I've watched, which I will admit has been kind of sporadic lately. I'm just checking the time right now. Okay, we're still good on time. Most recent movie I've seen in theaters, it was actually probably La La Land, which I did not get the review on that, but I did give some thoughts on it in my best and worst movies of 2016, so please go ahead and check that out. I'll try to leave the link in this video for it somewhere, if I'm able to do that. Anyway, so yeah, La La Land. Though I'm really backed up on movies. I really need to see Split. I plan on doing my first, maybe drunk review for Resident Evil, the final fucking chapter. Get the fuck out of this. Get out of here. We don't want you anymore. Paul W.S. Anderson, Mila Jovovich, all this shit. I don't know if I just sound like a zombie or what the hell it was that was, but it sums up a lot of my thoughts on the movie. I don't want to hear anymore. If you haven't seen La La Land, though, all the acclaim, sure, it might be a little overblown, a little bit overhyped. 14 Oscars, I think it is pretty steep. But it's a damn good movie. And I'm not one to like musicals. Ryan Gosling kills it. Emma Stone is fantastic in it. The music is actually really good. It's music I would listen to in the car or walking around. I don't care. It's good music. There's themes of, struggling with stardom, struggling with just making it, doing what you're passionate about and having others see it for what it is. A lot of great themes in it. The music's great. It's beautifully shot. I mean, the opening sequence alone on the car's rooftops, there's camera shots in that I have no idea how they got. And right from that get-go, you are in. You are locked into it, and it is a damn, damn good movie. What else we got? Oscar categories. I will try to fit this in. I could go on for the Oscars for a long, long time, but the two things I wanted to just touch on is the Best Picture category numbers, because it's at 9 this year, which is strange. And the other thing was just talking about comedies comedies at the Academy being recognized. It's a genre I feel that is widely ignored by them. First off, though, Best Pictures. So if you don't remember, a few years ago, the Academy Awards had it locked at a tight 5, and 5 is usually their traditional number for most other things, including acting, directing, cinematography, music, etc., etc. But recently they expanded the number of Best Picture nominees to 10. Now, some years they actually go for the full 10, other years they don't. To me, it is strange that this year that they would leave it at 9 and not just round it out to an even 10, because I definitely think there was plenty of movies in 2016, maybe not the blockbusters, but there were plenty of movies in 2016 that deserved, I think, to have a Best Picture nod. One off the top of my head would be like Swiss Army Man. Just such a different, unique, original movie. Beautiful story about friendship. A lot of big questions about, dealing with loneliness, isolation. And the music's also great. Loved it. Another one that a lot of people talk about that got overlooked is Sing Street. I believe that's on Netflix right now. I haven't actually seen it myself, but I should probably check it out because no one has a bad word to say about that movie at all. And then the other thought I kind of have with it is, do I like it being at 10? Yes. I actually do, just because, 5 is such a difficult task, and yeah, it kind of makes the tension of who's going to win that award more exciting, more thrilling, perhaps, but when you have 10 movies as Best Picture, it puts a spotlight on movies that might not have been getting a spotlight before. One that it's not nominated for Best Picture, but it is up for Best Actor, is Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic. That's a movie that not a lot of people had really seen. It did get released. Not like wide release or anything like that, but it got released, but it kind of fell under the radar. And the opportunity that the Oscars have is that it can take a movie like this, give it that more wide audience recognition, because the Oscars is like Super Bowl season for movie buffs. It is, people have parties for it, people have ballads that they bet on and stuff. It's pretty big. So when you give a movie the nomination for Best Picture, it might not necessarily win or even have a shot of winning when you have 10 different movies that's got to compete against. But giving it that spotlight gives it the chance to be recognized by a wider audience. It gives the studio more light towards their projects and hopefully gets them more money because a lot of these movies, like even a few like Hell or High Water is up for Best Picture. That's a low budget independent movie. It wasn't made for much money. It wasn't, there's not like any big like special effects or craziness in it. And it was like well received by people and critics, but it's not like a big blockbuster. It came out towards like the latter half of August, just kind of snuck into summer movie season and ended up doing really well and, acclaim all across the board. It's a great film. But I am actually happy with this, and I think it is something that should continue. Now, if you're gonna do 10 though, do it at 10. I don't really understand of having the ceiling at 10 and then only doing like 7 or 8 or in this case 9. Have it be at 10. There are plenty of filmmakers that deserve a shot to have their movies be seen by more people, and this is one of the best bets to do it. Have the 10. Don't be weird and do 9. Honestly, there's probably like a few movies you could actually take out of the Best Picture for this year and substitute with other ones. Arrival is going to be one for me, and I know I'm probably going to get some hate on that. I liked Arrival. I liked Arrival okay, but Best Picture, nah. It was an entertaining sci-fi movie. Yes, it asked some kind of interesting, thought-provoking questions, and the ending kind of flips the movie on its head a little bit. But not enough for me to say it's Best Picture. That's it. I know I talked really fast. I had a lot to cover. I'm trying to keep these videos at a tight 20 minutes around area. So hopefully you guys liked everything I had to say. And just be sure to check back next week. I will be doing these once a week. Just kind of giving you the updates of whatever I feel like talking about. Whether it's, like I said, the latest releases, just stuff going on with me. Just whatever. And I'm sure it's gonna kind of be like a little awkward at first, and I'm trying to work out the kinks with this. I'm not exactly a camera ready professional sometimes, but I have a real passion and drive for talking movies. It's why I created the site. It's why I write this stuff. It's why I devote a lot of my time to it. This stuff matters. Movies are one of the greatest art forms ever. They personally affect me. They personally affect millions of people across the world, and they are something that connect all of us, and it's great what they can accomplish. Anyways, guys, I'm Jordan Anderson. This has been Real Talk, and anyways, like I said, check back with us next week, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please, like the page, subscribe to the website. The more that you do, the more content I will deliver to you. That is my word. That is my promise. I'm sticking to it. All right, guys.